Pooh. The question is, what are we to do about Kanga? Oh, I see. The best way would be to steal Baby and hide him. Oh, Even if we hadn't stolen Baby Pooh, you have been free. I know.
We say aha.
We say aha so that Kanga know we know where Baby Pooh is. Aha means we will tell you where Baby Pooh is if you promise to go away from this forest and never come back. Now don't talk while I think. There's just one thing fidgeting a bit. I was talking to Christopher Robin and he said that the Kanga was generally regarded as one of their fearsome animals. I am not frightened of fearsome animals in the ordinary way, but it's well known that one of the fearsome animals is deprived from his young, it becomes as fearsome as two of the fearsome animals. In case aha is perhaps a foolish thing to say. Piglet, you have any love? It is hard to be brave, sniffing slightly when you are only a very small animal. It is because you are a very small animal, and that means useful in the adventures before us. What about me? I suppose I shan't be useful. Never mind, Pooh. Another time, perhaps. Without Pooh, the adventure will be impossible. Oh. Impossible without me. That's sort of weird. Now listen, all of you. Kanga runs faster than any of us. Even me, Kanga never takes her eyes off Baby's robe, except when she is safely buttoned up in her pocket. Therefore, if we have to capture Baby Roo, we must take a long start because Kanga runs faster than any of us. Even me. Kanga. If Roo had jumped out of Kanga's pocket and Piglet had jumped in, Kanga wouldn't discover the difference because Piglet is a very small animal like Roo. But Kanga would have to be looked the other way first so as not to see Piglet jumping in. Kanga never takes her eyes off Baby Roo except when she is safely buttoned up in her pocket. If Pooh is talking to her very excitedly, she might look the other way first for a moment.
And then I could run away.
And then I can run away with Pooh quickly. Kanga wouldn't discover the difference until afterwards.
Well, Rabbit, read this.
Well, Rabbit read this out proudly. For a little while after he had read it, nobody said anything. And then he was opening going home. Talking of poetry, I had made a little piece of it while I was coming. Fancy. Let me see. Fancy. Now
You will like this piece of poetry.
you will like this piece of poetry. You will love it. You must listen very carefully so as not to miss any of it. Lying sitting out by a bed of a very little brain. On Monday, when the sun is hot, I wonder to myself a lot. Now, is it true or it is not that what is which and which is what? On Tuesday, when it is not so the feeling on Negroes and words that hardly anybody knows is these are those or those are these. On Wednesday, when the sky is blue and I have nothing else to do, I sometimes wonder if it's true that what is which and that what is why and why is what. On Thursday, when it starts to freeze and more frost twinkles on trees, how very readily one sees. But these are whose? But these are these. Yes, it is, isn't it? Just one more chapter here, and then we really must be going home.
Talking of poetry.
Talking of poetry, have you ever noticed that tree right over there? Where? Now you. Right over there. No. Now you, dear. Jump in and let's go home. You ought to see that tree cut over there. Shall I listen to you?
I can see a bird.
I can see a bird from there. That tree. In that tree from over here. Or is it a fish? It isn't a bird. It's a fish. You ought to see that bird from here unless it is a fish.
It isn't a fish.
It isn't a fish. It's a bird. Is it a starling or a blackbird? So it is.
That's the whole question.
That's the whole question. It is a starling or a blackbird?
And then at last.
And then that last, Kanga turned her head. At that moment, Kanga's head was turned. Rabbit said in a loud voice, "In you go!" Grew in jumped Piglet into Kanga's pocket. Off scampered. Rabbit grew in his paws as fast as he could. Darling, where's Rabbit? Are you alright there, Julia? Well, we must be going. Goodbye, Pooh. Meanwhile, Kanga was home. Soon as she unlocked her pocket, she saw what had happened. Just for a moment, she thought she was frightened, and then she knew she was. She realized she got Piglet and you stayed with Rabbit. She thought they are playing a joke, and she thought for now then, Julia, bedtime. Aha! Let's take a bath. But no! Piglet, who had never been fond of baths, scuttled along in his scuttle and said as brave a voice as he could, "I am not true. I am Piglet." Yes. Can't you see? Haven't you got eyes? Look at me. I am looking, Rudyard, rather severely. And you know what I told you yesterday about making faces? If you go on making faces like piglets, you will grow up to look like Piglet and then think how sorry you will be. Now, into the bath and don't let me have to speak to you about this again. Let me out. I'm Piglet. Don't open the mouth, dear, or the soap goes in. There. What did I tell you?
on purpose.
You did it on purpose. That's right, dear. Don't say anything.
Now there's your medicine.
Now there's your medicine and then